24 hours. Here we are at about 7 o'clock on Monday. The low pressure center forms just east of Pueblo. So here we go through about 10 o'clock. You can kind of see a little circulation getting going here. That's where you had that quick burst of snow around Schriever Air Force Base. Of course, we moved past the midnight hour. Now you're starting to get some drier air kind of pushing in, wrapping in with this low pressure center, and it starts to become a bit more well defined. And then you'll start to see by about 6 o'clock in the morning, you can actually see the development, more of the explosive development with this storm system. As you can see those clouds on kind of the western periphery of the low as it ejects into northwestern Kansas and then starts to really bring those blizzard conditions wrapping around that low pressure center into the northeastern plains of Colorado. So this is kind of taking you through this afternoon. You can now see kind of a deepening low pressure center, very well defined, really starting to pivot across the upper Midwest and even yield some very heavy snow across the upper Midwest and also very heavy rain for the for the Mississippi River Valley. And here we are at current time as we go past 5 o'clock, still giving way to some snow there across portions of northeastern Colorado. You probably saw our view of Haxton just about a few hours ago, where we still have some ongoing blizzard conditions in those regions. So northeastern Colorado is still under blizzard warnings until about midnight tonight. Let's switch on over to the current conditions right now. Of course, you'll notice the radar satellite still showing some of that snow across the northeastern plains at the moment, and still bringing some pretty hefty winds across northeastern Colorado and adjacent western Kansas. Current low pressure center is right across south central Nebraska. Of course, you can see that here with the wind gusts the strongest on the western periphery of that low pressure center. Now, let's talk about what we're expecting for the duration of the overnight hours tonight. Still a few snow bands moving across northeastern El Paso County and portions of Elbert County and even Lyman and Lincoln County. So if you're thinking about venturing out and about across I-70 or portions of I-76, you won't be able to make it very far because we have got those roads that are still closed in the region. All of that purple indicates a lot of problems. You can see some of that stretching back into northeastern El Paso County just east of Peyton right now. Of course, that looks like it's clearing up just a bit, but still a lot of problems for those highways and interstates across our areas where those blizzard warnings are still in effect. And you'll notice that 60-plus mile-an-hour winds are really starting to tame just a bit, but we still have winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories in effect overnight tonight for the high country and the northeastern plains. Temperatures will be in the teens tonight. 0 degrees in the San Luis Valley. Partially clear by tomorrow night, then it'll get a lot colder. But tonight, not too bad. Certainly colder than last night, but we won't be down into those single digits until tomorrow night and Thursday night. Notice that cold air mass hangs out with us through Wednesday, Thursday, and even through the weekend. It really just doesn't go very far. Here we are Thursday across the upper Midwest, where the center of the low pressure center is right over Minneapolis and parts of Omaha, Nebraska. But the cold air mass associated with that low pressure center is still really plaguing most of the Intermountain West and back across the Ohio River Valley and the Great Lakes region. So it's going to be quite some time before we're going to feel more seasonal, and we're certainly going to trend into more clouds and sun. Not saying we're not going to have a little sunshine. We'll have a little bit tomorrow, late in the day, small chance. Thursday, a little bit better, then it clouds up again. So, you know, I always say load up on your vitamin D. Just do what you can. It can be tough. My moods get affected, certainly, so you're not alone if you feel that way. Temperatures in the 30s for the Pikes Peak region for tomorrow. Some partial clearing of those skies, predominantly for the latter half of the day. 44 degrees in Canyon City and 44 in Pueblo. Near 40 degrees for the southeastern plains. Here we go through your 7-day forecast in Monument. How you doing in Monument? You good? Yeah, that's great. That's good. You got a fireplace going? You should. It's 'tis the season. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s for the next few days. Overnight lows in the single digits. Whew, frigid. Woodland Park, 30 degrees on Wednesday, 27 on Thursday. Teens and 20s for Friday. Look as we clear out. Overnight lows down close to 3 degrees for Monument Friday night. Colorado Springs, city highs in the 30s for the next couple of days. Layer up. Remember the chapstick. All of it. You're going to need it. Pueblo, 44 degrees for a high on Wednesday, 37 on Thursday. Overnight lows get very chilly Friday night for all of our zones, especially in Canyon City and Pueblo County as we go down into the low teens. And it looks like a marvelous weekend ahead. Back to you guys.
Marvelous in the 40s, depending on where you are. Mary, thanks. Here's a look at how